Today is May 28th, 2013. We are interviewing Emmett Horath in Effingham at the DAV Club. Emmett was born July 26, 1951. I am Cheryl Walker, and I will be interviewing Mr. Horath. Mr. Horath, could you state for the record what branch of service and what your highest rank was?
I was in the United States Navy, the SeaBees, and I was an E3.
Okay. And where were you stationed?
I was stationed at, my first station was Port Hueneme, California. Then I was stationed at the Coronado Island in Southern California.
Okay. And were you in any conflict?
No.
Okay. How many times did you go out to sea?
We just take on an LSD, that's a troop carrier, weapons carrier, but we just done it on the coast of California.
Okay. And as a SeaBee, what kind of duties did you do?
When I first got in there, I was in MBCR military training for 13-man teams where we built, everybody knew his job, builders, carpenters, construction work, stuff like that, steel work.
What were some of the things that you built?
We built hospitals, we built runways, whatever we could build, you know. We better build a lot of bathrooms on the beach out there for civilians and stuff. So.
For civilians?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
And we, you know, when we train with the Marines, I've been in camp pounding and training, wartime warfare and stuff like that. So.
Did you have to do any type of advanced training? Did you already know construction when you went in?
Yes, I knew my dad was a construction worker, and of course I'm a farm boy, so which my mechanics skills pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
And
is that why you decided to go into the Navy SeaBees?
Well, I didn't decide when I went to boot camp in the Great Lakes. I guess mechanic skills, that's where they placed me in the SeaBees.
So did you also work on equipment?
Oh yes, a lot of equipment. Operated a lot of equipment. Done a little bit of everything when it comes to construction work.
What kind of equipment did you?
Bulldozers, cranes.
How long were you in Great Lakes?
I was in Great Lakes 8 weeks. That's the regular basic training.
Is that where everyone goes for basic training?
Either Great Lakes or San Diego, California. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
What was your unit or division that you worked in?
When I first went in, I was going to Mobile Construction Battalion 8. But I got a brothers over in Vietnam, and I couldn't go to Vietnam at that time. But my battalion did, but I had to stay back.
Okay.
Which he had a year to go, and you know. Then they transferred me to Coronado Island down there. That's, I don't know, in San Diego area. And that's where the SEALs trained, and we was the amphib SeaBees in. That's when we would set up camp support for the Marines and loaded ships off causeway sections.
And what is the amphib SeaBees?
That's land or sea.
Land or sea?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, we can be out like the regular Navy, or we can go on land and be like a Marine. Which I went to Camp Pendleton with them. We done the same basic thing as a Marine do.
So you were cross-trained?
Yeah.
Okay. How long was your tour? You went into the service, you enlisted into the service.
Yeah, I enlisted on my birthday. Yeah, I was in boot camp in Great Lakes on my birthday, on my 18th birthday.
What made you enlist on your
I
birthday?
quit school, and my dad got, I was working odd jobs around, but he thought I'd do the Navy.
So you actually enlisted on your birthday.
Yeah.
What a birthday present.
Yeah.
And then you were in for
5.
5 years?
Yeah.
5 years. And you got out on your birthday
Mm-hmm.
of 1974.
Yeah. I got married and had a couple kids, so she didn't like the idea of me being way off. So.
Did she live there
Yeah, I married her in California. Yeah.
So she was a California girl.
Yeah.
Did you, as a SeaBee, did you have to pull like KP duty?
Oh yes, yeah. You got to do your guard duty and KP duty. Just like military, you got to do that so many months out of a year. So.
Do you have any memorable stories from any of your duties?
Oh, the guys I was with, we had good times. I mean, we'd set up camps. That's where I did my what you call KP duties and stuff like that. Because we'd set up camp for the Marines and set up a hospital. We practiced about every month. We'd be out there for 2-3 weeks, just practicing. Because we've been on red alert 4 or 5 times out, ready to go. Battlefield dressed.
So you thought you were going to go overseas?
Yes.
Did you guys pull any pranks on each other?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Always.
Always pull pranks.
Mm-hmm.
And those are probably some good memories.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we even the Marines, we pulled pranks on them. Of course, they did us too.
Did you get any leave while you were there?
Yes, I got my annual. I mean, you got 2 days a month leave, but I take it all 30 days leave. And
where would you go?
Well, I enjoyed California.
Did you? So you traveled to California a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was stationed there all the time, so yeah.
What do you remember the most about seeing out there that you enjoyed the most?
I like seeing the sequoias and Yosemite Park and that. Of course, I've been to Disneyland does time when the kids are young. Yeah.
Have you been back there since then?
No.
You haven't ever been back. When your service time was, did you make any good friends while you were in the service?
Oh yes, yeah. Quite a few of them, but I couldn't hardly remember some of them's names. I just remember their faces, But.
Did you come home to get married?
No, I married out there.
You did?
Yeah, my mom and dad was poor, so they couldn't make it, but that's where I got married.
Did you have military friends in your wedding?
Yes. Matter of fact, my best man was a submarine, on a submarine, but we always went to USO stuff, party around. But.
So did you participate in the USO USO club?
Yes, I did there in Oxnard, California.
Yeah. Did you go to like the NCO club and?
Oh yeah.
Did you when you were married? Did you live on base or off base?
Yes, I lived on base. My wife lived in. We bought a place in Simi Valley, California, and yeah, I stayed when I was down in San Diego. I stayed down there during the week. I'd come home on weekends.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, unless I had guard duty.
So you stayed in the barracks?
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, it was nice. It's just like a motel. It's 4 men to a room. We had our own little refrigerators and stuff, Lockers, of course, we inspected all the time, so we had to keep everything clean.
What were the inspections like?
Well, pretty strict. I think everything had to be in order, Boots shine, beds made.
When they talk about spit shining a boot,
yeah.
What actually did that entail?
Well, a lot of people say they spit on them, but it's just water and boot polish, and you just keep rubbing it until it comes to a glassy shine.
Did you do that with your boots that you actually wore in the
No,
field?
ma'am. No. Our old combat boots, we wore just like the Marines do, the same uniforms. Our work boots, because I was a builder, carpenter more or less, but we call it builders, BUs. And, we're out there pouring concrete and stuff and running around wood, building stuff. You kind of tear your scuffy boots up, but we always had two pair of boots. We had a dress boot, and then we had our work boots.
What kind, as a Navy SeaBees, what was your uniform like?
Just like Marines combat uniforms.
So they were fatigues?
Yeah.
And were they camouflage?
Yeah. Some were and some weren't, but it's all, it's a dark green uniform.
So they were the dark. And did you have to wear the legs in the pants?
Yeah, we call them blouses. Yeah, we had to have a blouse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And were the belts brass?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you had brass to keep them shiny. But you have everything for a dress. And then if we had a Navy inspector, we'd have to get our dress blues on.
Okay, and so your dress was blue.
Yeah, your Navy, Cracker Jack stuff. Yeah.
Okay, and what about the white uniform? What was that for? Or did you have to wear a white Navy uniform?
We didn't hardly ever wear it. I've had mine issued to me, but they always stayed folded up in the lockers.
What was that one for?
You got a summer. Summer, the white is your summer. But you got a dress on it, and your dress blues for the winter is what it's supposed to be.
During the time that you were in service, 69 to 74, did you have to wear your uniform off base?
No, you did not. We got Liberty. We just put our skivvies on.
Okay.
Only time when we got Liberty or we're all, if I got off my weekend, I just wear my skivvies off. But if we was getting transported to another base or something, we'd have to wear uniforms.
Mm-hmm. So when you went on leave, you never had to wear your uniform?
No.
What were some of the things on base? You hear that, okay, there was an NCO club, there was an officer's base, there were barracks. The mess hall, was that a big?
Oh, yes.
Where everybody went to eat?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did they have restaurants on base at that time?
No.
So there were no McDonald's?
No. Okay, we had to go across the big bridge to get to McDonald's.
Okay. And could you go shopping at the PX?
Oh, yes. Yes. We had a nice PX.
And let's see. The PX was the grocery store.
Yes.
And then did they have another, would it be a BX or no? Another type of store on the base?
No, ours only had that one.
The only, okay.
Yeah, because our uniforms back then, we got them given to us. We got a hose and we go to the warehouse. We had a warehouse and we'd trade our old ones in to get new ones. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember when your discharge?
Yeah.
Do you remember the day you were discharged?
Yes.
What were you doing that day? Do you remember where you were?
Yeah, I was at Coronado, night amphib base there. I went to the hospital there, get my medical checkout and everything, and got that all done. And there's my papers.
Did you have a lot of leave?
I had about a month coming, yeah. So.
Were there a lot of you that got discharged that time?
I think there was about 3 other guys with me got discharged. Yeah, we went out and partied. So.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Did you stay out in California?
I stayed out in California, I think another 3 years because I went to Simi Valley Public Service and got a job with doing public service there for the city.
And what made you decide to come back to Illinois?
Homesick. My father died and I come home because I got 7 brothers and 2 sisters. And, I haven't seen them about 4 years, so I just got homesick. Here I come.
And what did you do when you got home?
Construction work, oil field mostly. I work in the oil field.
So you benefited from being in the service.
Oh yes, they taught me a lot of things in the Navy.
Mm-hmm. So what you were taught in the Navy, you were able to apply that to your life.
Yes, yeah.
Do you think your career in the service helped you?
A whole bunch. Yes, I think 95% helped me. Yeah.
Okay, and how do you think that is?
I just good training, I guess, because them guys, when we go to work on something or do anything, they explain to us this is the way you do things, and the CB motto is can do. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's their motto. Can do.
Now, the SeaBees, are they, you hear like the Marines, they're close.
Yeah.
And I kind of get the picture that the SeaBees have that bond too.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Like I say, we're the construction part of the Navy.
Now, is there still a SeaBees
Yes.
unit?
Oh, yes. Yes, there is, and I think there always will be. Because somebody's got to help the Marines get loaded. And, if we was training, if we went into battle, we go in with them. While they're fighting, we're setting up their hospitals. We're setting up their chow halls.
Do you go attend any reunions?
No, we had one around here about 10 years ago, but it seemed like everybody moved away. We had a few of us members, but most of them was younger than me. So.
Do you, well, I know that you belong to the DAV.
Yes.
Do you belong to any other veterans?
Yes, I belong to the American Legion in Edgewood. I'm the judge advocate there. Of course, I'm the bar manager part-time too. So.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I got 3.
Did they join the service?
Yes, both of them joined. One's joined the National Guard, and he's served during the Gulf War, but he didn't go over. But he's still a vet because that's going on. He belongs to the Edgewood Legion, and my other son joined the regular Army.
When did they come to you and ask you about joining the service? Or
Well,
did they just do it?
They just done it, but they thought they was trading me, so they didn't want to talk to me because I was in the Navy. Which I didn't break my heart because I got 3 other brothers in the Army, so I guess I had to be the oddball in the Navy.
So did you think that it was a good idea that they joined?
Yeah, I think every young man needs to do that. I think it makes them a little character in them and straightens them out.
Do you think children in school today are learning enough about American history and the past wars and conflicts that have been
I
going
don't
on?
think they are myself. I mean, I think they need to learn about what a lot of people went through, for our freedom and stuff around here.
How do you think we could teach our children better?
That got me, I don't know.
What if there was something that you could share about the time that you were in service? What would that be?
Well, I should have stayed myself, in there. And there's a lot I learned in there, and I make me feel proud because I did serve and I enlisted, and I think that was my duty, and actually it was the best time of my life. Met a lot of people and seen a lot of things and done a lot of things. So, educated me. I'm gonna say it kept me out of a lot of trouble when I was a young man.
What if if your sons came to you and said, um, now that we've served and now that we've done our time, would you tell them it's important to join a veterans association?
Yes.
And how would you stress to them the importance of keeping our veterans associations going?
Well, my youngest son, he does belong to the American Legion in Edgewood.
Mhm.
And he's seen what all the VA done for me in Marion, and they know that's real important, and they support, both of them support it. And I just tell them, I say, hey, we got to support these guys. Every one of them over there now, we got to support them. And they agree, they're right at it.
We just celebrated Memorial Day,
Yes.
and um, I don't know if you got to watch public TV, but there was a wonderful program that was on television, and several veterans, many veterans, got to tell their stories
Hmm.
and reminisce. Um, in the past few years, do you think um, the United States has done a better job with with talking to veterans and telling their stories, getting them to tell their stories?
Well, this is the first ever interview I've ever had, about what I've done and stuff. So I think they need to. So I got a brother out here, and he's come in and talked to me. He's a Vietnam veteran. I mean, he's there and seen action. Me and him's talked. He used not talk about it whatsoever. But here lately, he's broke down and talked about things he's done and seen, which I think's good.
Even if you didn't see action, just like you did a very important job
Yes.
in our service. You were an had a very important role,
Yes.
and you need to be recognized. Um, don't you feel that sometimes do you feel like just because you didn't serve in Vietnam, you might be forgotten?
Yeah, I do.
And that's not fair.
No, I know it, but
And you did extraordinary things.
yes, yeah, but yeah, I do think about that.
And your
You,
story is just as important.
because I know I didn't go there, so
But what you did,
not.
and you should be able to tell.
Oh yeah, yeah, I tell them
Mhm.
we had many. I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I mean, they taught me a lot, and I think I done good, you know, over there too. So.
Um, what medals? I see that you put no medals,
No,
but
the
that's
National Defense ribbon. That's all I got.
didn't you get a sharpshooter?
Yeah, I got right qualified rifle. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so there's a medal.
Okay, yeah.
And um, what other medals did you get?
That's about it. Sharpshooter or rifleman, sharpshooter crosses. And
And
I did get a letter of commendation from the Marines. Me and my team, or our team, we call them. We remodeled barracks for them. Then we rolled up a bridge for them, cleaned up. So we got a letter of commendation for doing so quick and neat job doing all that. So,
okay,
well, then we also, like I said, we built for the public there. We built big bathrooms for the beach and stuff. So.
okay. So did you get a letter for that too?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you got two letters of
Yeah.
commendation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and there's probably other kinds of medals that you receive that you're not thinking of.
You're probably right now. Just I can't think of them. I did, since you in battle, you don't win too many if you don't leave the States.
Um, did you get a? You probably got the Navy accommodation.
I was supposed to, but I got out before I got it,
Okay.
so, which,
Okay.
to get back my records, is probably there.
Okay. Um, let's see. Um, I'm trying to think. There probably were some more. You're not giving yourself a lot of credit,
Oh,
and
no.
you need to because you were an accomplished SeaBees, and that's an important accomplishment.
Yeah.
And, the other thing I wanted to ask you is when during the time that you were in um, military personnel was not thought highly of.
No, not in our time.
Did you have any problems with that?
Well, not really. I kind of, but yeah, in our period of time, like I was in that during that time, you was out in California, and you really wasn't appreciated that much. Servicemen who do, because that thousands of them out there. So I was proud of what I was doing, just ignored them.
Well, Emmett, I want to thank you for the time that you've given me today. And I want to thank you for the 5 years you gave to our country and the years that you've put in with our veterans organizations and the time that you're giving to our country now. Um, continue giving to our country through
Well,
the veterans organizations.
it's my honor on that. Yes.
And I want to thank you for the time you served
I appreciate it.
and the time you gave to me today.
I
It was
appreciate
an
that.
honor. It was an honor.